Hi, Herb. Can you please say your name and outlet?
Yes, it's Herb Stratford, and I'm with Fox 11 KMSB.
Thank you. And go.
Hey, Herb.
Hey, how are you, Russell? Nice to meet
Pretty
you.
good, man.
Good, thank you.
So where are you? You're in Arizona?
I'm in Southern Arizona, and you made a great movie here. You made Quick and the Dead.
Yeah. So
We were-
you ran Tucson, are you?
yes, I am. We'd love to have you back in Tucson one day.
Cool. Yeah. I really enjoyed that experience actually. When we worked
Yeah,
in
we're
Tucson
a good
a long
town.
time
So
ago now, 93 that is.
yeah. So tell me a little bit about this was such an unusual broad daylight thriller like this. Was it hard to get into somebody this dark? I mean, this is a dark character even for anybody.
Yeah, probably one of the darkest I've played, and the reason that it's so dark is because you don't have that normal substructure underneath you. You don't have that scaffolding. I mean, if you look at the actions of a character like Maximus, he does some dark things, but he has a scaffolding, and people follow that story, and they sort of like allow his anger to be justified because of what they know of him. But the character like this, one of the important things is not stopping and taking the time to justify the actions, because the actions are unjustifiable. There's nothing that's happened in this guy's life that isn't different from so many of us. Half the population now have gone through divorce. Most of us have been fired from a job at one point or another. There are disappointments that we all have to deal with in life. There's peaks and valleys, as they say. But this guy's decided that his response is going to be violence and retribution. And so it was important to me, and my conversations with the director right in the beginning, that we don't stop and have some sort of soliloquy that's like, woe is me, these are the things that have brought me to this point. What's really important about the film is examining why these explosions of ultra violence keep happening, because we're seeing it. This is not an untrue situation. This is not a possibility that's like out there and crazy. And I think part of the design of the movie speaks to that and directs you into that. None of the cars are souped up cars. It's, she drives a Volvo, I drive an F-150. There's a car chase involving a minivan, and it's its normalcy which makes it so scary. And that's, I think, her right back in the beginning, that's what I responded to when I first read it. I was kind of physically ill, you know, but in my job, you're actually looking for that stuff that gets under your skin. And I call it like the goosebump factor. I've been talking about that for 30 years, and the way I say it is like, to me, that's why I keep working, because I respect the gods of film, and I don't go into a project unless it's viscerally part of me and I've got to play that character. So yeah, it's an extreme journey. And I've been talking to a lot of people this morning that have had to watch the film by themselves. And I know it's a tough place we're in at the moment, but I wouldn't recommend watching this one by yourself. You got to have at least one person where you can go to, to get the full enjoyment.
So
But
what?
yeah,
So what would you want to have somebody take away from this movie? I mean, would you want to give them a message of just take a pause before you respond, or what's the message coming out?
look, I definitely think that naturally everybody, as they watch it, starts to think about their own responses. From a societal perspective, we seem to have taken the language of tabloid newspapers and brought it into our lives, and that's how people react to things on social media. Their first response is to whip out the F word and condemn something. But I think what we're seeing is, if we want to live like that, if we want to live in that place, then there's going to be a lot of other things that become part of our normal as well. And I think it's sort of like, without saying that this is designed as some kind of social vehicle, social message, because I don't think it necessarily is. It is about entertainment, but definitely there is a lot of things that happen in this movie that should give people pause for thought how they might respond to something.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Russell. Congratulations, and good luck with the film.
On your head, look after yourself, stay safe.
Thanks.
Thank you.